Hi, you're face to face with Shell. I hope everyone's doing okay out there. I'm going to continue with this series about having confidence to go out wearing your scars. And in last week's video, I said I was going to talk about the time that I was allowed home the first time. And I know I've touched on it before, but I just wanted to talk to you a bit more in depth about it. So when the day came that I could actually get to go home, albeit it was only for an afternoon, but this was amazing. Getting to spend time with my mum and dad, out with the hospital, out with any sort of clinical settings, it was just going to be amazing, and I was so looking forward to it. When I got home, it wasn't actually to the home that I had left before the explosion. My mum and dad had moved their family home to my grand's house, my gran who had died in the explosion. So this was going to be new for me as well. Not only was I starting a new life with scars, I was starting a new life in Gran's house, but she wasn't going to be there. So this was a bit weird and different as well. But anyway, it was lovely to be there. It was just a shame that Gran wasn't. So Dad had decided that he would take me a walk down to the main shops. Now, as I said before, I stayed in a small village, and the villagers were amazing with me. They really, really were. They really helped in my recovery. My family, my friends, the village, they just, I'm not saying accepted what's happened, because it was a horrible thing that's happened, but they accepted me, and it was like, right, okay, and I was just treated as Michelle, which was brilliant, and it really did help in my recovery. So, as I said, me and Dad were going to walk down to the main shops. That's all we're going to do, down to the main shops and back up. And fortunately, we were only out the house a couple of minutes, and a group of my friends passed me on the other side of the road, and they all shouted over hello, which was absolutely brilliant. I'd got to see my friends outside of hospital. So once I came back up to the house, we'd been in for an hour or so, and the doorbell rang, and my mum went to answer it, and it was the same group of friends who had passed. And she invited them all in, but they said, no, there's far too many of us. It would be just great if we could see Michelle. And it was great. I went to the door, and there they all were. And the majority of my friends in this group were actually boys. There was a few girls there, but there was a lot of boys. And looking back, that was amazing for 13, 14-year-old boys to come to the door with a box of chocolates for me, and just to see how I was. And I don't think these people will really know how much that meant to me, because I really was over the moon that they came to see me. And we chatted for a few minutes, and then I went back inside, and it was great. It made the day even better. It had been reported in the news, because again, as I've said before, the media was following from when the explosion happened. They were following our story, and they had reported that when I was homecoming, the homecoming, that there was no party, that there was no big sort of welcome home. And my friends had said afterwards, like, we actually did want to do something for you, but your mum and dad had decided, no, just let her come home and get into the house. It might have been a bit overwhelming. The party would have been awesome though. But again, this is something that it really meant a lot to me, that my friends wanted to do that for me. So this was brilliant. This was another hurdle that I had overcame. But again, as I said, the village was amazing, and they made it really quite easy for me. And they were wonderful throughout my recovery, and they still are. The village is amazing. So after I was allowed out that first time, this obviously got built up more and more, and I was allowed out for longer periods of time, and it would build up to weekends, which was great. It really, really was. The only downside was I had to go back to the Burns unit. And as the time would draw closer, and my heart would sink, and I dreaded it. I really did. Dad would take me back in the car, and poor mum, she was sitting in the back seat because Dad would let me sit in the front. And I remember he would sing to me all the way back to the hospital. Great memories, but still actually get a wee lump in my throat thinking about it. Because I knew then, you know, I had such a good time, but then it was time to go back. But eventually I would get discharged, and that's when my new life really begun. New life with new scars and a new home. Thank you very much for watching. It's so appreciated, and a massive shout out to my subscribers. If you haven't already, it would be amazing if you could subscribe, and don't forget to hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any videos when they become live. It would also be great if you could give me a like and a share. I'm trying to get this message out to whoever needs it, that you're not alone and someone else has gone through a similar experience to you. I'm just trying to help as many people as I can. Remember, I do have a website, and I'll put a link in the description to this video, so you can head over there, have a browse about. There's lots of more information and photographs. Just before I go, I want to let you know that next week's video will probably be a couple of days late. We're going away for a week, just a total chill, especially Chris needs it. He's been working very long hours, so we're going away for a little break. Just in case you're wondering why the video has not come out on a Friday. Thank you once again. Stay safe, stay strong, and we'll chat soon. Bye.